They created races of beings in Harmonic Universe 3, in the etheric matter densities. They created, for one, the Sirian Anandaji race, which was the original, that's our first template, the first part of our DNA template formed from the Sirian Anandaji template. They also created a bunch of other things, but we're just talking about our lines here. In Harmonic Universe 2, the Sirian Anandaji created another group of beings, and this is where you'll understand why people are buying things and making checks out to Azurite Temple. In Harmonic Universe 2, the Anandaji, Sirian whites, created a race called the Sirian blues. They didn't call them blues, they're called Azurites. And they have blue skin. They're a Sirian race that has blue skin. And if you look at some of the ancient paintings from Egypt, you'll see beings with blue skin. They weren't just being colorful. They weren't trying to use blue to represent something else. The ancient Egyptians dealt directly with them. And most of the, at least the good guy, Azurites with the blue skin, are from Sirius B. And they're the ones that are working with the Guardian Alliance. Okay? They are part of the original human, as humans started as ET, and worked their way down into what we call human here. Okay? Now, the Azurites and the Anandaji combined to form a pattern called the Orophene. The Orophene were the host race that held 24 to 48 strand templates. That means they could hold the whole 15-dimensional structure, its other 15-dimensional structure, and 3 levels of the energy matrix. They could accomplish full ascension out of the time matrix. That was the original host race in Harmonic Universe 2 that all the other stellar races, the primary 12 other stellar races, had part of their coding put into to form what was called the human. They called it the Turinician. It had 12-strand imprint, and after that 12-strand, it could transmute into the Orophene imprint, and progressively transmute out of the matter density levels, going up through its Azurite imprint, up through its Anandaji imprint, and back into its Elohai family of consciousness. So there's a whole progression here of genetics and consciousness that's been going on. If we can understand at least our basic lineage, we won't be hijacked by some of the lies that are being told by the intruder races, like the Anunnaki. They love to come in here and say, you were aged and we made you into something. Sorry, it didn't work that way. That's one of the lies they like to tell here. Why? Because it puts us in a position of subservience and also that parental awe. Long-lost parents, that kind of thing. They play on this. They didn't create us from apes. We weren't created from apes. Many of the ape forms were created from us. That's what the Darwinian theory doesn't recognize, that there was an original human imprint that many of the animal forms actually came out of. It wasn't the other way around. Evolution is very tricky when you realize the time is simultaneous.